Hey friends, what is going on? Happy Thursday. It's your girl Mel. I'm coming to you live from my kitchen here right outside St. Louis, Missouri. It is lunchtime. We were supposed to have this yesterday, but we kind of just flip-flop days. So this is a new recipe that I just found and tried last week. It was amazing, and now I'm here to share it with you guys. So as soon as I'm done here this afternoon, it'll be in writing, it'll be in the recipe group. I'll update the description of this video with the recipe link, so we will be good to go. It's really good, you guys. Like, when I find new recipes or I try something new, I'm always like, I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is yet, because if it sucks, I don't want my name attached to it. Some people get really share happy and they like, I learned that very early on. Plus, a couple of years ago, I tried a cookie recipe that I did on live, and I like shared the recipe in writing, and I got shared out like 27 times, and the cookies were really bad. And I was like, dang, people are not gonna follow me because this is awful. So now I like to try things first before I like blast them out there. So yeah, it's a good recipe. It reheats well. It tastes really good. So I'm here to show it to you guys. So as you're popping on, don't forget, like always, to say hey, say hi. Let me know that you're here. If you see this red live button right here, that means that we're live. So drop a 1. If that's not here anymore, that means you're just catching me on the replay. So I'm sorry I missed you, but thank you for jumping on and watching this. And don't forget to say hi, do replay. And I also like to know exactly where you guys are tuning in from. So I'm from Wentzville, Missouri. It's a little town west of St. Louis. And I've been living here a really long, well, not a really long time, but like 12 years almost. We love it. We're really close to our kids' school. We're in a neighborhood. We're kind of tucked back, so people don't know that we're back here. I like it. So anyways, for those of you that are new to following me, make sure you put new in the comments. Hello, hi, my name is Mel. I've been on a wellness journey, an intentional wellness journey since 2019. So I follow the lazy keto lifestyle. Lazy keto for me is all about eliminating. So like, I did Weight Watchers off and on for over 20 years. I'm never gonna knock the Weight Watchers program because I had success at times on it, but it kind of burnt me out on tracking. So I don't like to track, which is why I don't do strict keto. I don't want to track macros. I don't want to have to like fill out a planner or an app or anything like that. I just do best, and I found I do best with just tell me what I can and cannot eat. That's what I do best with, right? So avoid these foods, eat these foods, and you're good. And so that's what lazy keto is for me. If you're on a wellness journey, if that sounds like something you like, then you're in the right place. And if not, then it's cool that you're here, but that's what this is about. So I like to come to you guys with basically my personal journey, like the foods I eat, the mindset I have. I talk a lot about the daily habits that I focus on every single day. I have 5 of them, and I just get through my day making sure I knock all of them off within the day. I do take supplements, and I love them, and I promote them, and I am obsessed with them, so I will shout them from the mountaintops every single day because I love them. I think they were a huge tool in the success of my journey. So I was able to drop 100 pounds of fat in the first 8 months of transitioning to this lifestyle. I have really good pictures to show my results. And the thing that I'll leave with that is 8 months is not a long time. Okay, it's not a long time. To lose 100 pounds of fat in 8 months is not a long time. But like, that means between now and moving towards October, you're gonna be really intentional about your decision making. You're going to focus on healthy habits every day. You're going to not have cheat meals. You're not going to have breaks. You're not going to have excuses. You're not gonna have any of that. You're just gonna navigate through every day, one day at a time. And then you're gonna get to your end goal, right? And then throughout the process, the goal is to like learn a little bit more about yourself, create new habits so that you don't fall back into old habits and put everything back on. And you know, I've been doing this for 4 years, so I go back and forth. I'm nowhere near where I was when I started. I'm gonna drop my pictures in here. I actually did a comparison of day 1 Like the first month I started this in May of 2019, and then today. Well, it was actually yesterday's picture, but February, right? The comparison is crazy. I always take pictures. I tell you guys to take pictures, stay off the scale. The scale is a great way to gauge progress, but it can't be your only. But like, to see the side-by-side comparison after almost 4 years is just crazy. And I just get up every day and I try to do the same things. I gave up things like soda. I gave up things like bread. I gave up things like pasta and rice. When I'm on an intentional wellness journey, I don't eat ice cream. I don't eat Snickers bars. I don't do a lot of takeout fast food unless it's like chicken. And so it doesn't mean that I give it up forever, because I'm human and I love food. So like, I'll have pizza when I'm not on an intentional journey. Like right now I'm doing 75 hard. That's intentional for me, right? But I'll cheat, you know. Sometimes your girl needs to go get chips and salsa and margaritas. Like that's reality, right? So, you know, over the last 4 years, I've had ice cream, I've had pizza, I've had soda, I've had margaritas and chips and salsa, right? But you just can't have that stuff every day. And we know that, right? We know that. We just choose to turn a cheek to it sometimes and ignore it. So it's okay. It's all a journey. All right. So there are some things that I'm doing a little bit differently on this recipe that will be different. Okay. So first and foremost, I do 2 bags of riced cauliflower. Well, I just kind of grabbed what we had in our fridge. So I had this one with the broccoli and cauliflower. So I'm just mixing the 2 together, but you want to do 2 bags of riced cauliflower or 4 cups. You want to heat it up and make sure that it's cooked. Okay. So that's the first thing I did. So now I'm just going to like mix these up together. While the rice was cooking, I'm browning hamburger meat. So just a pound of hamburger meat. Sometimes I do organic, sometimes I don't. I really just do whatever's on sale, okay? I use bagged cheese, right? So strict keto people are always like, you can't have bagged cheese. It has this, this, and this in it. Listen, y'all, I've always done bagged cheese. I injure myself a lot. Let me see, what do I got? Oh, like, I got flowers for the kids and my daughter and my son's girlfriend, and I poked myself all over the place with thorns. I shred my knuckles on cheese graters. I know there's fancier ones out there. You guys have sent me some links, but I just like to buy cheese. It is what it is. So like when you're lazy keto, you don't have to be so strict about those kinds of things, all right? Just like focus on eliminating and really focus on the things that you can actually have. So lazy keto is about eliminating bread, pasta, processed foods like chips and crackers, and it's about eliminating sugar. And then you're focusing on protein, veggies, fruits, and fats. All right. So that's just what you got to focus on, right? When you go to a Super Bowl party, like this past weekend, there was Super Bowl, and I was like, when you go to these parties, don't focus on all the things you can't have. You can have all the proteins, you can have all the vegetables, you can have all the fruits, and you can pretty much have all the dips, right? Any of the salads they have, just pick out your croutons. Like, use the veggies in the dips. Use the dips on the veggies, put it on your protein, use it. Like, there's so much, right? There's so much you can focus on. So that's what you just got to focus on. Like, this is the stuff I can have. And there's so many recipes out there. Like, some of you guys might be looking at this and you're like, I don't like riced cauliflower. How can I substitute it? Don't substitute it. Just don't eat it. Find something else, right? When I make that hamburger green bean casserole, people are like, I can't stand green beans. Okay? Go make another casserole. There's literally tens of thousands of recipes out there. And by the way, side note, if you're not in my group, put group in the comments so we can get you added. If we're not friends, you have to send me a friend request. I can't send any friend requests, and I can't send any first messages. So if you want in the group, send me a friend request. Message me group so we can connect and talk. All right, so we've got our meat browned, all right? I'm not even gonna drain it. Look, there's like no fat or anything, or no grease, okay? This is good. All right, so I'm gonna turn my fire down. The first thing you wanna do is you wanna add about a tablespoon of ranch seasoning. All right, I'm just sprinkling it in. I don't care. I'm not measuring it. It's gonna taste good. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some ranch on there, all right? It's probably a little more than a tablespoon, but like I said, it's fine. Then I'm gonna take bacon crumbles, bacon bits. And this is, how much does it say? A 1/4 cup. Also just gonna like sprinkle that in there. Probably a little more than a 1/4 cup. I don't really care. Yes, find another recipe that you do like. All right. So we're gonna let this kind of like marry itself together. Okay. We're gonna take this rice and we're gonna add some salt. And we're gonna add some pepper. Okay. And then we're gonna take Hughes sugar-free Chick-fil-A sauce. Famous Cluckin. You can get this at Walmart or a lot of grocery stores now. Hughes Chick-fil-A sauce. It's a 1/3 cup. I'm just gonna dump it in because I'm okay with that. Okay. So you're gonna add this to your rice. So salt, pepper, about a 1/2 cup or so of Chick-fil-A sauce, the sugar-free kind. And you're just gonna mix it all up. So good. Okay? Super easy. What are we making? We're making lunch. We're making the, okay, it's like a mouthful. It's a ranch bacon cheeseburger casserole bake. No, there's other words in there. It's a lot longer than that. That sounded pretty simple. But anyways, it's cauliflower rice with Chick-fil-A sauce, the sugar-free kind. This one right here. Literally everything he has is amazing. Like everything. It's so good. So you mix that and some salt and pepper with the rice. Okay. And then over here we have our hamburger with ranch powder and bacon crumbles. Okay. And then, perfect. All right. So then you're going to take your rice mixture, and I just like to do like an 8x8 pan. You're going to put your rice mixture in the casserole dish, and you're going to spread it out evenly. You guys, this is such an easy recipe. And it was so simple. I was like, oh, maybe it's going to suck because it's really bland, but it's not. It's so good. Okay, so we've got that there, right? You guys following me? We're doing good, right? Then you're going to take your meat mixture and you're going to just spread it out on top evenly, just like so. So literally, it's just meat, ranch powder, and bacon crumbles. Okay? So easy, right? Y'all, we had dinner last night at home for the first time in like, I think in all of 2023. We're just really, really busy family, and we always have like guests over or whatever, so it's never really just like the 4 of us. We had dinner last night, and we're doing 10 days of clean eating starting on Sunday. And so we were like kind of finalizing the meals for like lunches and dinners and stuff. And like I was like, oh, will you guys eat this? And they would tell me yes or no. I'm really excited about it, but I'm really nervous for my daughter. What's the difference between dirty keto and regular keto? So regular keto is about tracking macros. You have to have that perfect formula of low carb, moderate protein, high fat. Regular keto people track their macros. They focus a lot on high fat, and they literally have to stay within a small amount of carbs. I'm not that girl. Just tell me what I can and cannot eat. So you follow the same mindset of low carb, moderate protein, high fat, but you don't track anything. And when I talk about high fat, for me, like what has worked best for me that doesn't make me feel gross is like I have nuts as a snack. I use avocado oil as a snack. Or I use avocado oil to cook with. I add like cheese or butter to all my vegetables. We eat fish. I add heavy whipping cream to my protein shakes, and I make like usually a fat burning mousse or like a protein pudding or something like that to get some extra fats in, but that's about it. I don't like to eat cheese, cream cheese tossed in sugar-free strawberry jello. That is not for me. I just don't do that. So I just try to incorporate when I can. And this right here is this, literally you just tell me what I can and cannot eat. Strict people would not eat bagged cheese. They will tell you that it's horrible for you, that you'll die if you eat bagged cheese. And I hate to break it to them, but like everybody dies. So I guess what they're saying is partially correct because that's the circle of life, but like bagged cheese is really fine. Hopefully that answers your question. Will you post the recipe? Yes. So if you're just jumping on, don't forget to say hey, say hi. This afternoon, I will have this recipe in writing. It'll be in the recipe group, and I will edit the description of this video to have it on there for you guys. So I will do all of that this afternoon. But I'm just doing some shredded cheese and then some American cheese. So I'm just going to do it just like this, okay? And then we're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. I didn't turn the oven on. That's unfortunate. Bake 350. So we're going to bake it for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And then when you take it out and scoop it onto a plate or a bowl, drizzle some ranch dressing on it. Some like liquid ranch dressing. Chef's kiss. So good. I did chicken thighs in the air fryer with Brussels sprouts and bacon. It was amazing. That does sound good. What kind of cheese are you adding? You can literally add whatever cheese you want. I'm just doing cheddar and American cheese slices. So easy. Cheryl, I don't know if you're new to following me, but I'm about easy. I like recipes that have minimal ingredients that like are pretty much family favorites and that don't cost an arm and a leg and have ingredients that you can pronounce. I don't like all those, like, rarely do I do a super involved recipe. If I do, it's usually like a lot of seasonings. That's just what makes it look longer. But I am about simple, Midwest. Like, we grew up on meat and potatoes, and obviously we can't have potatoes, but we can have lots of meat, and we're good to go. This is the sauce. It's a Hughes, sugar-free, famous Cluckin. You can find it in Walmart. Where I find it is in the aisle with condiments. So like over by the ketchup, there's like sugar-free ketchup. And then they have like, this is kind of right around the mustard area. So mustard, like they have like a honey mustard, this famous Cluckin. They have like a Polynesian, a Yum Yum. All of that's kind of right by the ketchup and mustard. There's a ton of dressings. So like sweet vinaigrette, raspberry vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette, all of them are good. All of the barbecue sauces are good, except for I don't really care for hickory. It's just a personal thing. So we usually just do like original and sweet and spicy, and we mix those together. But it's good. Yeah. So yeah, and you can dip your chicken in it. You can put it on salads. Like you can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's really, really good. It's really good. And so it's sugar-free. So if you want to join the recipe group and we are not friends, you need to send me a friend request and then send me a message that says, hey, can you add me to the group? If we are friends, not following, but friends, and you're not in the group, just send me a message. I've been doing so good on catching up with messages. So like I only have like messages in the last like 36 hours is the oldest one. And then unless I overlooked you, which it could happen because it's a thing. And then I have a whole spam folder that I'm going to be hitting this afternoon. So it's like, if you send me a message and we're not friends, then it goes into this spam message folder, and I try to clear it out a couple times a week. So I will be heading there also today to message. So, that's what I got. So this is really good. Like I said, this will be in the oven for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. When it comes out, I'm going to top it with some ranch dressing. I will put a picture of that in the comment section just so that you guys can see. And it's really good. So that's what's for lunch, and it reheats really well. So when I started back in 2019, I worked in a school. So Monday through Friday, I worked in a school, and I had to take my lunch. And so what worked best for me, do you guys want to hear what worked best for me? I'm sure you guys do. Jessica, go to the customer service area and tell them that you would like to request it, and they will bring it to your store. So it's about supply and demand. So if you tell them that you really, really want it, then they usually try to like let people know. They'll act like they don't care, but something will happen. But when I worked in the schools, there's basically 4 weeks in a month, right? Most months. So on Sundays, I would make a casserole that I would have for my lunches for the whole week. So we always it was a school, so they always ate out all the time. But on Fridays specifically, that's when the teachers would usually do like food delivery. And so I was like, okay, I can do 4 meals all week that are exactly the same. And then on Friday, I can get like a green goddess salad from the bread company, or I can get like a lettuce wrap sandwich from Jimmy John's, or I can get a salad from Chick-fil-A. Like those were kind of the three main places, or like a bowl from Chipotle. Those were kind of the places that they rotated through. They didn't really order it from anywhere else. So I was like, I can make it till Friday, and then I can reward myself on Friday. So like one week, maybe I would do like hamburger green bean casserole. So I'd make it on Sunday night and I'd portion it out for 4 lunches, and that would be my lunches for the week. Sometimes I would have a casserole as like a dinner on Sunday or Monday. So we would have it for dinner, and then leftovers would be my lunch. Cheeseburger Casserole was one we did a lot. Chili cheese chicken enchiladas. I found all of these recipes on Pinterest, by the way, because I started in 2019. There wasn't a whole lot out there. But like a green chili chicken enchilada casserole. Sometimes I would do like a buffalo chicken dip. So I made buffalo chicken dip on Sunday, and then I would heat up some meatballs or little smokies in sugar-free barbecue. And then I would just put them in like the little divided containers. So I would do like buffalo chicken dip and celery, and then some meatballs or little smokies in the other side of it. And then I would make like a cup of berries for like a snack, or some keto yogurt, throw in some cheese sticks, something like that. So like that's how I was able to do this while I was working in the school, and everybody was envious of my lunches because these teachers, they would be coming in with like bricks of cheese that they would have to like cut up because they ran to the store, or that's what was in their fridge, or like box of crackers, or they would, make like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because that's what they made their kids. And so I really made sure that I had zero excuses. So I prepared, and I do this every Sunday. I basically come live with you guys on Sundays. I tell you what my week looks like, and we figure out meals for the week. So I do that because the most successful people always have a plan. So like, plan it out. If you work outside of the home, if you work in the home, this is like super easy, right? Because you can do this. Don't have the excuses, like figure it out. It's important. So you need to make it important. But it's awesome and it's easy. So that's kind of like what I did in the beginning, when I worked in the school. And so it would be casseroles like this that you could make on Sunday or Monday, and then just portion it out for the week. So if you guys are just jumping on, this is a new recipe that I made last week. I was nervous to try it. I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to put it in the oven. So I was nervous to try it because it's new, and I'm not really a big cauliflower rice fan. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good. It's really simple. So like it could be bland. So I didn't want to share the recipes with you, because if it sucks, then we just pretend it doesn't happen. But it actually is really good. So I'm going to get it in writing. I'm going to link it up here in the description of this video. And I'm also going to put it in the recipe group, so you guys have access to it all the time. But it's really good and it's really easy. It's a bacon ranch cheeseburger casserole, I guess is the best way to bacon cheese. I don't know. It's like a mouthful of a bunch of words, but basically it's like you take rice, you heat it up, you add this sugar-free Chick-fil-A sauce and salt and pepper to the rice. That's your base of the casserole. You brown some meat, you add some ranch powder, you add some bacon crumbles, mix it all together, add it to the top of the rice, put cheese on it, bake it in the oven, and you're good to go. And then I'm going to add ranch dressing, drizzle it on the top. Did you use frozen rice? Yeah. So I used, okay, so this is 2 bags of this. This is just because it was probably on sale. It's not a thing. But I didn't have 2 bags, I had these 2 bags. So like, I just improvised and I used this as well. So we'll see how it tastes. But yeah, just 2 bags, 4 cups. And we're good to go. Sorry, Tammy, so sorry. I was on that call, and then I was like, I've got to eat. So I just came straight over to here to make lunch. Do you guys have any other questions for me before I jump off here? It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. I'm going to have some strawberries. We have strawberries left over from Valentine's Day, not chocolate ones, just regular. So I'm going to cut up some strawberries to have on the side, and then it's going to be good. It's going to be so good. And drink water. Yes, cauliflower rice. Regular rice is not lazy keto approved. If you're not keto, then use regular rice, but I can't have rice. It's too high in carbs. So I'm lazy keto, and so cauliflower rice it is. Yeah, Kayla, I can't wait for you guys to try it and let me know how it is. Hope right back on. We are human, not perfect. Wishing you luck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. the really good thing about this lifestyle is you can literally restart it any time of day and any day. So like if you have a bad meal or whatever, okay, so don't have a bad meal the rest of the day. Don't have that mindset where it's like, oh, well, I just screwed up, so now I'm just going to live my best life for the next 5 days and start again next week. No, don't do that. How can I get a list of lazy keto foods? So there's a couple ways, Alice. You can send me a friend request, message me group, and I can add you to the group. Once I get you in there, I'll send you a bunch of that stuff, right? Cheat sheets and whatnot. Or you can just go to Google. That's what I did. And you can type in lazy keto food lists and switch over to the images. And there's a bazillion graphics. Not even joking. Like a bazillion. So that's how you can find them. But like lazy keto is all about eliminating versus tracking. So that's what I do best with. Tell me what I can and cannot eat. Right? So you eliminate bread, pasta, processed foods like chips, crackers, cereal. You eliminate real sugar and you focus on protein, veggies, fruits, and fats. Now, if your main goal is fat loss, the green veggies are the lower carb veggies and the berries are lowest in sugar. So that's what we shoot for. But also like I may have carrots occasionally, and carrots are not the reason why I weighed almost 350 pounds. Right? Sometimes I'll have some pineapple. Pineapple was not the reason I weighed almost 350 pounds. So like where we're eliminating foods to like get to a common goal, which is usually like a size or a number on the scale or whatnot, like you still have to realize that like you're not creating unhealthy habits to create unhealthy habits. So like vegetables and fruit are not the enemy. Can I use taco seasoning, not ranch? No idea. You can try it or just find a recipe that uses taco seasoning. I don't know. Like, I just say that if you want to modify something that has minimal ingredients because you don't like something, then just don't make it. Like, there's literally so many out there. You don't have to like settle, right? Some people were like talking to me about the 5-day I fast. So I just got done with a 5-day I fast. And I'm starting a 60-hour reboot tomorrow as we transition into 10 days of clean eating. And so, I was using cottage cheese. I went live and I made my strawberry shake. And then I did cottage cheese and chicken sausage. And somebody was like, oh, well, I can't do the I fast because I don't like cottage cheese. Well, don't eat cottage cheese. There's so many other high protein snacks out there. Like, just don't eat cottage cheese. It doesn't mean you can't do something just because you don't like it. Just find something else. So that's what's really cool about now versus 2019 is back in 2019, lazy keto was like brand baby new. Like people were like, oh, like it's not a real thing. Lazy keto is not a real thing. And so there wasn't hardly any recipes. There weren't hardly any like keto alternatives out there. Hughes did not exist. It was not good, right? But like we figured it out. And then a lot of creators have come up with so many recipes that now there's so many options out there to eat. You don't have to settle for anything. So that's what's really cool about it. What's an iFast? So an iFast is it's a program and product that we have. It's 5 days of intermittent fasting, which means you basically skip a meal and you eat within a small window. But with the iFast system, you have product that you take and then you can also eat. So you eat higher protein for lunch and lower carb for dinner. You do that for 5 days and it kind of gets you control back. A lot of people have amazing results. It makes you feel good. A lot of people comment on like how their sleep's improved, their energy's improved. It's just kind of like is an intermittent fasting schedule with a product that gives you a little guidance. Can you eat keto yogurt? I mean, you can if you want. I'm like, okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionalist. All right. I am a mom of 2 and a wife where I was able to drop 100 pounds of fat in 8 months. And I decided to go public because I think most people overthink this. Okay. So like, if you want keto yogurt, eat keto yogurt. Just don't eat it every day. We eat keto yogurt, just not every day. If you want to have, anything that you have to make the decision. Like it's the answer for most things. Like people are like, oh well, can I carb cycle on Saturday? I mean, sure if you want to. I am a dog mommy too. My dogs they're fun, but they're a lot sometimes. But you just gotta like figure out what your intentions are, right? What is your desired outcome? That's kind of like my phrase of the week. It's like, what's your desired outcome? Like right now, if you're on a wellness journey, what's your desired outcome? Is your desired outcome to create a lifestyle that you can do every single day? Is your desired outcome to lose fat? Is your desired outcome to feel a certain way? Is your desired outcome to, whatever? That looks different for every single person. So you have to figure out what your outcome is, and then how are you going to get there? So if your desired outcome is that you want to lose weight, well, you're going to have to give up some things, right? And so depending on how strict you want to be, how disciplined you want to be, the more disciplined, strict people tend to get better results faster. Doesn't mean that, it's like, think about a marathon. Like, people are always crossing the finish line at a marathon. People will quit, but like, people cross the finish line, but some people cross the finish line really fast, and some people cross the finish line a little bit slower, but like, you get there, right? It's at your own speed. So it's just like, the people who get there really fast, they crazy train. They like put their bodies through, situations that I don't want to do, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm not, like, I did a marathon, right? I did it. I wasn't the first one, I wasn't the last one, but I finished it. But that's kind of how this is. Like, you'll finish it, you'll get to your end goal, but depending on how much work you put into it will determine how quickly that happens. We're friends on Facebook and I need all of this. Perfect. We will talk, Alice. Also, when you do order product through me, you get added into my VIP community chat. I have a resource center. You get my phone number. It's a really great place. People are always in there sharing recipes, mindset. People are like excited about things. They're actually asking questions. Do you have an actual meal plan when you first started? So like, when you become a VIP customer of mine, that is part of what's in the resource center, is like a spreadsheet that I put together when I first started. I'm not putting together meal plans for people. I'm not doing it. You eat lunch, you eat dinner, you incorporate snacks. So then you got to figure out, because if you put all of that onto somebody, you never learn how to do it. So like, I give you everything you need, right? I give you the mindset. I tell you the healthy habits I do. I give you my schedule. I give you my snack list. I give you my recipes. Every week I meal plan, right? Like, this is not hard. So don't think that you need somebody to put a meal plan together. Don't think you need to like start and do exactly what I did from day one. Like, just start drinking more water, moving your body, eating better, eliminating foods, finding recipes that work. Because literally, and I'm just saying this from a place of love, from my heart, like, I don't mean anything negative. I'm not meaning to be like condescending at all, okay? I just want you to understand that like, you can do this, right? You can do this. If we did everything exactly the same for 30 days, if you slept when I slept, if you took exactly the same product I did, if you ate the same exact food at the same exact time, we would still have completely different results, because we're different people. We have different taste buds, we have different body, we have different, like, our genes are different, just our history is different. There's just lots of things that are different. I'm 6 foot tall. Like, are you 6 foot tall? I gotta eat more food than most people because I'm 6 foot tall. Like, people are always like, what's the serving size? I don't know. Like, what works best for you, right? If you're eating this recipe in this casserole, put your hand in like a cup formation, and then whatever fits in there, like a heaping amount, that's like a serving size. I don't eat the same amount of food as my best friend who's 5 foot tall. Like, she eats like a rabbit. I like food. I like to talk about how, like, in the school cafeterias, kindergartners are in the same lunch line with 6th graders, right? And it's like, do you want a 1 or a 2? Put up a 1 or a 2 and they'll fill your trays, right? Well, a kindergartner's not going to eat the same amount of food as a 6th grader. So like, serving sizes are kind of to me. They give me ick. Like, just eat your food, but like, don't starve yourself. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, but I'm obsessed with the lifestyle. So there's literally a bazillion recipes out there, snack ideas, proteins, supplements, everything's out there. So, but if you order from me, you get a little bit more of my personal attention and resources. So that is a perk. Cool. Do you guys have any other questions for me before I jump off here? You're welcome, Angela. Because if not, I'm going to jump off. My feet hurt. I got to eat, work a little bit, go for another walk. Kyla's trying to talk me into going to another basketball game tonight, so probably going to do that. We have no Zoom calls today, so that's incredible. Oh, by the way, I just got off of a company call, and they just launched another promotion. All right. So if you guys want to start dabbling in what I do on the business side of what I do, okay? So I have multiple streams of income coming in because I get commissions off of a product that I sell online. It's a social selling world. I'm a digital creator. I have, opportunities to make money on different platforms. And so, this is amazing lifestyle. I was a restaurant manager, and then I dabbled around in some like odd and end jobs, ended up as a para at a school, loved it. 2020 happened. And now here I am doing this full time, and I'm obsessed with my job. It's a real job. It's real money. It's real people. It's life changing for me and you guys. And it's incredible. And as many people that want to learn how to do this, I'm ready for you. Okay. So it's a lot. It's a job. So you have to learn how to do the job. You have to figure out how you're going to make it work if this is not your full-time job, right? But in 2020, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses closed. A lot of restaurants in town just decided one day to shut their doors. Servers would show up and there would be nobody there. They didn't have a job. So like, this isn't for everybody, but this totally could be for everyone. I'm obsessed with this company and this job and this lifestyle. And I have all the tools to help you be successful. So if you want to do this, like, I'm here for you, right? And I have promoters that are on the team, and they all work this business at different levels. They all do it at their own speed. And majority of the time, the reason they don't move forward is because of a self-limiting belief that they have in themselves. And I have to be patient with that, okay? So I was like that. I started as a promoter in July of 2019 because I wanted to earn product for free. I drink ketones. My husband drinks ketones. My kids like different things, right? So I was like, how can I get product for free? So that's why I joined the team, so that I could learn it. Well, then at the end of 2019 in December, my kids play travel ball. And so fees are due at Christmas. I hate it. Like, why are you making me pay all this money at Christmas time for my kids to play sports in the summer? Like, it don't make no sense to me. But whatever. But what I noticed was that I was actually making commissions. And so somebody was like, hey, how much money do you have in your wallet? Which is like in the back office. And I was like, what? I don't even know what that means. So I went back and I looked at my wallet, and I had enough money sitting there from the summer until December to cover a large portion of what we needed to pay for their travel ball. And I was like, what? I actually get paid for this too? Like, I'm not even doing anything and I'm making money. And so I then turned to doing a little bit more in 2020. The schools went to virtual in March because of COVID. And at the end of the school year in May, the school I worked at was like, well, we love you. Like, we want you to stay here with us. We just don't know what the school year is going to look like in the fall. So if we're all back in person, then we would like to offer you a position. But if we're not, we're just, we have to kind of cross that bridge when we get there. And I'd been used to being off over the summer, but knowing that I would have a job at the end of the summer going into the school year. And so that was kind of scary, like the unknown. And a bunch of people on this team who I'd become close with, they were like, why don't you do this full time? And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, you can do this full time. You're not making much as a school para. And I was like, no, I'm not. And they were like, we can help you. So I borrowed the belief in them. I started showing up. I started doing this full time on June 1st of 2020. And I haven't looked back. The best decision I've ever made in my whole entire life. Did I start out fast? No. Was I coachable, teachable, leadable? No. Y'all, I was a promoter for over a year and a half before I even created a customer chat for my customers. Because I was like, I don't like customer chats, so they're not going to like it either. And I didn't create a customer chat. And I did so many people a disservice because it's such a great community just to do something simple like that. And I was like, I suck. I'm not coachable. And so I started like becoming more into what was happening. I was watching more trainings. I started showing up to more calls. I started doing a little bit more. I was the kind of person who was like, I don't want to ask you, like, okay, cool, you're following me because of a recipe, but I don't want to ask you if you're interested in supplements because I don't want you to think some sort of way about me. Like, I don't even know you. We're not even friends, right? And so like, now I just tell everybody, like, here's the information. Give you all the information, you do what you want with it. If you want ketones, great. If you don't, great. If you want recipes, great. If you want to keep watching, great. If you want to join the team, perfect. Let's go, right? But like, I put the ball in your court. I got to give you all the information. Best decision I ever made. This job opportunity is the real deal. It is 2023. It is a social selling world. This is not like a go to your friend's house and sell ketones in their living room. This is not like just sell to your friends and family. This is a job. So like, the opportunity's there. They just launched a new promotion. They just launched a new bonus plan around it. And it's really incredible the things that this company's doing for people, because they understand that people are struggling. And so they're trying to make it as easy as possible for anybody to be able to join. So if you want information, let me know. And I was kind of stalling for a minute to see if there were any more questions, but there are not. So this is almost done, and I'm gonna eat it. I'll put pictures in the comments. I'll get the written recipe in the description this afternoon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you need anything, let me know.